On October 25, 2017, a glamorous woman boarded a budget Ryanair flight from Sofia, Bulgaria, to Athens, Greece. She was carrying the secrets to a $4 billion empire. But when the plane touched down in Athens, she was gone. No body, no paper trail, no digital footprint, just an empty seat and a global financial crater that swallowed the life savings of millions. This is the story of Ruja Ignatova, the self-proclaimed Cryptoqueen, the mastermind behind OneCoin, and currently one of the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives. Did she undergo extreme plastic surgery and vanish into the shadows? Was she murdered by the very criminals she crossed? Or is she sitting on a private beach, laughing at the global authorities still hunting her? Today, we unravel the greatest vanishing act in financial history. To understand the disappearance, we must first understand the architect. Ruja Ignatova wasn't a street-level hustler. She was a highly educated, fiercely intelligent operator. Born in Bulgaria in 1980, she moved to Germany as a child. She was a prodigy. She earned a law degree from the University of Constance, secured a doctorate in private international law, and landed a prestigious job at McKinsey & Company. She had the world at her feet, but corporate consulting wasn't enough. Ruja wanted wealth. Massive, generational wealth. In 2012, she dipped her toes into the financial underworld, acquiring a company tied to a massive fraud scheme. She was caught, convicted, and given a suspended sentence. But instead of learning her lesson, she learned a crucial, dangerous truth. The financial system was full of blind spots. In the emerging world of cryptocurrency, that was the biggest blind spot of all. In 2014, Bitcoin was making headlines. But Ruja saw something more valuable than Bitcoin. She saw the hype behind it, and she decided to build her own. Enter OneCoin. Launched in 2014, Ruja marketed it as the Bitcoin killer. She traveled the globe, speaking at massive, glitzy conferences. She wore designer gowns, flashed diamond jewelry, and commanded the stage like a rock star. But here is the terrifying reality of OneCoin. It wasn't a cryptocurrency at all. Real cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin run on a decentralized, public blockchain. OneCoin had no blockchain. According to the US Department of Justice, it was just a centralized SQL database. The coins investors thought they were mining? They were just numbers on a screen, controlled entirely by Ruja and her inner circle. So, how did she raise over $4 billion? Multi-level marketing. OneCoin wasn't sold as a tech investment. It was sold as a get-rich-quick pyramid scheme. Investors bought educational packages, ranging from €100 to over 100,000 euros. They were rewarded for recruiting friends and family. At its peak, OneCoin had over 3 million victims worldwide. People mortgaged their homes. They emptied their retirement accounts. In some countries, entire villages pooled their money to buy in. Ruja was untouchable. She was on the cover of Forbes. She was a global icon. But when you build a $4 billion empire on a foundation of absolute zero, the cracks don't just appear. They shatter the whole building. And the first crack came from an unlikely whistleblower. In 2015, a Norwegian blockchain expert named Bjorn Jerk was offered a massive salary to become OneCoin's chief technology officer. His job? To actually build a blockchain for the company, because they didn't have one. Jerk realized it was a massive scam and blew the whistle. Soon, independent investigators, journalists, and financial regulators started asking the hard questions. Countries began banning OneCoin. In early 2017, Ruja realized the walls were closing in. She began siphoning money. According to federal indictments, she laundered hundreds of millions of dollars through shell companies and offshore bank accounts. She bought luxury real estate in Sofia and luxury yachts. But money can't buy freedom when the FBI is knocking. In 2019, her brother Constantine was arrested at Los Angeles International Airport. He flipped, pleading guilty and cooperating with the feds. Her co-founder, Carl Sebastian Greenwood, was arrested in Thailand and eventually sentenced to 20 years in a US federal prison. But Ruja? She was already a ghost. Let's go back to that flight to Athens in October 2017. Security footage shows Ruja passing through passport control in Sofia. She boards the plane. But when authorities checked the passenger manifest and the arrival gates in Athens, she had vanished into thin air. Where did she go? The FBI believes she may have traveled through Greece, into Turkey, and eventually to the United Arab Emirates or Russia. There are rumors she underwent extensive plastic surgery to alter her appearance. But there is a darker theory. In 2019, a Bulgarian investigative journalist reported that Ruja might have been murdered on the orders of a Bulgarian mafia boss she had crossed, her body allegedly dismembered and disposed of in the Ionian Sea. However, the FBI does not treat her as a victim. They treat her as a fugitive. In 2022, she was added to the FBI's 10 most wanted list. In 2024, the reward for information leading to her arrest was increased to $250,000. To the authorities, she is alive, she is dangerous, and she is hiding in plain sight. The mystery of Ruja Ignatova is more than just a true crime puzzle. It is a stark warning. It exposes the dangerous intersection of financial illiteracy, the blinding allure of hype, and the devastating power of greed. OneCoin didn't just steal money. It destroyed families, ruined lives, and in some tragic cases, drove victims to take their own lives. Whether she is sipping champagne under a new name or resting at the bottom of the sea, Ruja Ignatova's legacy is permanently cemented as one of the greatest frauds in human history. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think happened to the Cryptoqueen? Is she alive and hiding? Or did the criminal underworld finally catch up with her? Drop your theories in the comments below. I read every single one. If this deep dive kept you on the edge of your seat, hit that like button, subscribe to Mysteries of Famous Frauds and Scams, and ring the bell so you never miss an investigation. Until next time, stay skeptical and stay safe.